or to try and sell you a hot dog. Colleagues, I'd like to start obviously by bringing you fraternal and sororal greetings from our striking members at the UCU branch at Stoke-on-Trent College, because I think it's important to add our voice to yours today, and it is absolutely brilliant to see such a great turnout on what is a truly historic day. And it's an historic day, colleagues, because today we're sending out a message. And it's a message that says, we, as working people, that we're getting fed up now. We know what's going on, and we're simply not going to put up with it for too much longer. Now, we know that this strike is ostensibly about our pensions, and it's about our right to dignity when we retire as working people. But the fact is, comrades, that we also know that it's about much more than that. We know that today is part of a much bigger, a much more far-reaching and an ideological struggle. That probably this is just the opening rounds of a battle about what ordinary people have a right to expect and a right to demand from the society that we live in and the society that we work in. And that it's actually about resisting the broad sweep of attacks that we're facing on public services, social services and welfare. We saw Osborne's statement yesterday, didn't we? Another example of the few against the many. Colleagues, today is really about resisting an attempt to turn the clock back at least 60 years. All the things that working people fought for, all the things that we won, all the things that we gained, because the establishment probably knew that it was in its own interest to concede them when it did concede them. All those things, comrades, are slowly, sometimes quickly, sometimes by stealth, but always justified by lies. These things are being taken back. And what we're seeing here, if we're not careful, colleagues, if we're not brave, if we allow them to get their way, what we're seeing is, I believe, the beginning of the end of the post-war settlement for working people. No less than that. It's as important as that today. My view for what it's worth, colleagues, is that when they were forced to concede this stuff by us, to concede all those things that have helped to make our lives decent and helped to make our lives tolerable, is that they always intended to take those things back. Now, some of my friends think that that's just me indulging myself in some kind of crazy conspiracy theory. I just think that that's actually, it's me recognising the real nature of the beast. Yeah, and I think for a while we forgot, comrades. We forgot as a society how and why we won these things. And we forgot as a society how and why it's important that we defend them. We forgot just what raw, naked, red in tooth and claw capitalism is capable of if we, and that means you, if we don't keep it in check. We've started to forget the lessons of history for working people. And perhaps then, colleagues, maybe we should be a little bit grateful to Osborne and grateful to recent governments and grateful to the turn of recent events for reminding us of those lessons, for reminding us of the fundamental importance of what it is that we're doing here today, for reminding us that we need to be prepared to continue this struggle for as long as it takes, and for reminding us of the unmistakable and the certain message that needs to go out from today. We've had enough. Expect us to continue this struggle for what's ours by right, to continue this struggle to keep what we have a right to expect. I was going to finish there, colleagues, and then I come across something yesterday, which I think is good, it's important. It's a quote. And it's a quote that I want to make as a tribute to all you. And this is from a book that you're all, or most of you, will be very, very familiar with. A great inspiration to us all socialists, The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist by Robert Trestle. And as I say, because it's a tribute to all you who are here today taking part in this historic day. And it's a bit of a quote from a speech by Owen, the much misunderstood by his own workmates, and we all understand that, the much misunderstood hero of the story in one of his dinner time lectures to his workmates. And it's this: every man who is not helping to bring about a better state of affairs for the future is helping to perpetuate the present misery, and is therefore the enemy of his own children. There is no such thing as being neutral. We must either help or we hinder. And simply by being here today, colleagues, you show that you understand that. Colleagues, I salute you.